Shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, we're pretty early in this contest with 1 interception already thrown. When that ball was tipped in the air, I think he had to be wondering, could this be a second one? And was already battling in his mind how to handle it. Fortunately, that ball fell incomplete, and now he gets a chance to atone for what could have been a big error.
He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charge. That free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down. To throw is Fields. Got a man, it's Tunyon. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago! Robert Tunyon, 43 yards. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. But Charles, what a start here for them in this game. Still in the first quarter, a sizable lead, and pitching a shutout on the other side is their defense.
The game plan is certainly in effect, isn't it? Working awfully well on the offensive side of the ball. They keep compiling points, and the defense playing with a lot of confidence and shutting them out thus far.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap. But he was able to find...
Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith, 28 yards. And the Eagles get a bit closer.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And now off to the races down the right side. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Herbert. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A handoff for Herbert. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here we go, Scott. Alpha.
Back to throw, Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Chicago! Chase Claypool, 44 yards. And the Bears continue to pull away here in this first half. Santos with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And they will score a pick six for Bears touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it.
There he goes, left side. He's into space past the 25. Touchdown. Quez Watkins. 57 yards. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Go.
Second down, they go back to Herbert. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, They don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run, and I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far, but let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
It got his man complete. How about this? He's to the 10. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 83 yards. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of...
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. This is Herbert. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
This is Homer. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Go.
They snap it to Fields. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They'll get this out wide to Penny. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that. That's a momentum swing, amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving. They're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Philadelphia.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And this is caught. It's Brown.
Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32.
And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Penny will try to punch it in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Once more, Penny.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Rashad Penny taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Eagles get a bit closer.
3rd time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And a 42-yard line here and brought down there.
111 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Brought down that time by Nolan Smith.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He'll return it from the 6.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
63.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And this one is incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Hurts sets up to throw it. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Penny running right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Leaves it for Penny. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run forward with Penny. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins from 8 yards out. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
We've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the deep blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
They'll run. It's Herbert.
He's got daylight. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
141 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. One play action. Fields sliding out of the pocket.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Hurts.
And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception.
Tyreek Stevenson picks it off.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll run with Herbert.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Khalil Herbert.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bears have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
And here on third down, your number one goal, don't be a hero, just get the first down. But here, once he gets past the line of scrimmage, the field opens up for him. And he's able to take it right up the gut and into the end zone.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Kyler Gordon picks it off. He's on his way.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here we go. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
They lost 4 there, and it's third down. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he